Hey, what's up, guys? Dan here. So, what we've got going on for this quick thought is Sydney Sweeney is making headlines, and this is basically part two of what she's already been going through, because they basically more or less kind of dug up uh, and started beating a dead horse, and that dead horse being her jeans ad. We're going to take a quick look at the video, and then we'll look at a few more things, reaction, and then the most recent drama going on with it. But yeah, let's get into it.
I'm not here to tell you to buy American Eagle jeans. And I definitely won't say that they're the most comfortable jeans I've ever worn. Or that they make your butt look amazing. Why would I need to do that? But if you said that you want to buy the jeans, I'm not going to stop you. But just so we're clear, this is not me telling you to buy American Eagle jeans.
Sydney Sweeney has very keen.
You see what I did there, right?
So, pretty straightforward commercial, and the reaction has been pretty freaking insane. The sort of moral outrage, a panic, if you will, that there's some white supremacist or, as people are saying, eugenics element to the commercial, in that she states that she has great genes. Now, on that very message, and not what people are interpreting as an underlying thing, the message is pretty direct. There's almost nothing beyond what she says. And I am talking about the second layer. I'm talking about beyond her great genes, talking about what she's wearing. She has good genetics. Why is this controversial? Because that's what caused all of this. The conversation has more or less exploded into this flurry of concern and basically like attacking American Eagle and Sydney Sweeney for pushing white supremacist propaganda. Let me state something very, very clear. There's nothing about what she said that even remotely approaches supremacy, race, anything. First off, genetics are a fact. Genetics are an important element of what makes up you inside and out. Your phenotype, your the kind of tendency to get diseases, your skills, what you're good at, what you're bad at, what you look good with, and what you don't look good with. Nothing really messed up about that. A lot of the discussion is on how concerning it is to spread the message that some genes are better than others, but it doesn't say, I've got the best genes, I have superior genes. She says, I've got good genes. It's a very blank statement. It's kind of along the lines of the former message of it's okay to be white. It's almost like most people that are upset about it, it's a projection of their fears onto something that is very, very mundane and just a play on words. Genetics are real. It's not a controversy to state that some people have the tendency to look better. Some people might live longer. Some people have physical advantages, mental advantages, all sorts of different things. It's upsetting people because it goes against a very carefully crafted narrative that's been pushed for some time. That's failing dramatically, but been pushed for some time, that everyone is totally equal. Like, There's no differences between men and women. There's no differences between race. People on different sides of the planet definitely don't have tendencies to catch different kinds of diseases or have a predisposition for certain kinds of physical traits and the lack of. Totally ridiculous outrage. Moving on. So we're gonna check out the actual reaction, some of the reaction.
As more people saw the ads, the headlines began, and so did the backlash.
This weird jeans ad for American Eagle
is at best ignorant and at worst like literally promoting eugenics.
There's no promotion of eugenics in it. Stating that genes can be good or like simply complimenting someone, like a family member, for living long and saying you've got great genes, or maybe you have beautiful eyes and you say, wow, you've got great genes, you know. Blue eyes are rare. That's a very cool trait to carry. So, moral outrage over, like, science. Like, we're not even, like, talking about racial science or one race is better than the other. It's almost like just a projection of insecurity. It's like a total straw manning of a very innocent, silly wordplay, like, thing they did for a freaking jeans ad. Like, dead ass. Like, what the fuck else is this advertisement trying to do but sell you jeans and say Sydney Sweeney's a beautiful woman? Also, moving on.
All I think they wanted was to get people to start talking about American Eagle again.
Yeah, and you know what? It worked. And it's funny she mentions that, because that's true. That's all advertising. And I don't even think it was supposed to be controversial. I really don't. I think they undersold the actual reaction to this ad. Again, it's wordplay. They use an attractive actress. Good genes. The genes they sell are good. And she's also good looking. She's got some good genetics going on there. Not too crazy.
Welcome to the Megyn Kelly Show.
Others defending American Eagle, like TV personality Megyn Kelly.
We're sick and tired of the nonsense where you are not allowed to ever celebrate someone who is white and blonde and blue-eyed.
And Bill Maher.
And that's funny. That's the real thing. Because what if the ad had Lizzo on the complete opposite spectrum? Completely different race, fat, unattractive. And what if the commercial did the same? I'd be really interested to see that. I think there wouldn't be too much. I think most people would just laugh. Most reasonable people would just laugh because obviously it's absurd. And then just move along. But left media is just totally blowing up over a nothing burger.
Are on Real Time.
I also think it's pretty funny that all the online social justice girls are like, it's racist. There's no such thing as good genes. Right, and then you go on Tinder and swipe left on every bald guy. Very true.
And it's basically it's not that they don't think race exists or genes or the differences between the genders. It's like just buying into a mindset. It's an idea of, well, it's equality, but it's only to basically never say someone is better than the other, not admit it publicly, or that you find someone more attractive than the other. It's basically a like kind of virtue signaling of equality. The reality is that nature it's diverse, and sometimes traits, whatever it is, are better than the other at certain things. It's just a truth. It's a reality check. And they like to live in denial because they realize it might hurt feelings. But it's true. And deep down inside, again, swiping on dating apps, choosing their partner, that's literally what they're doing. They're discerning traits between one person and another. So, yeah, nonsense.
This serves as a good reminder that the American public is still highly divided and polarized. And I think that, anything...
Thank you, Captain Obvious. Moving on, we're going to go to what is the more recent thing. this is going to become another longer, quick thought, but I'm really enjoying this topic because I think it brings to light a dwindling kind of outrage over very mundane things that basically have tried to shut down, cancel cancel culture. This is kind of cancel culture, and like the bad thing about cancel culture is look at what you're canceling something or someone over. Are you overreacting? And the likelihood is yes, you're overreacting. Just the typical tendency of it. And it's not working. It's doing the opposite. You're galvanizing people against you because you don't pick your battles. Like, you don't decide, you don't find the really critical, important things that, like, targets. You target everything. You try to fight every single battle, and you look like an idiot because you're stretched thin. Everyone in your movement cries wolf all the time. And so you lose any legitimacy that what you're doing is some sort of social justice. That's just the reality of their situation. It's just a total regression into like being a child, calling everything racist, calling everything sexist, calling it everything is a problem, then nothing is a problem and no one takes you seriously. It's very, very immature. It's something that's getting weeded out, thankfully. So moving on to the interview. So Sydney Sweeney had an interview talking about her acting career. And she's just an actress, first off. I'd like to point that out. She's not even like a poster child, although it seemingly she has, whether she wants to or not. She's not a poster child of the right-wing movement or anything. She is just an actress doing gigs and movies and shows and things like that. And it seems like, despite her best efforts to just be neutral, the left, in its typical fashion, as you'll see here, doesn't accept that. There is no neutrality. You need to pick a side. And that's super important about the whole like culture shift that's happening. You can't just be a normal person and live your life and stay out of the arena of American politics or global politics for that matter. There is no, I'm just going to mind my own business and do my thing. And this is such a perfect example of it. She's on GQ. She's being interviewed. Catherine Stoffel. And it's kind of a disaster for GQ and the interviewer. So you'll see right here. We're going to start basically where things kind of derail. A lot of her stuff was just filler, talking about, you know, her acting career and is it difficult sometimes to, you know, come home after a long, you know, long day of shooting and become a different person than who you're portraying, yada yada. It's a lot of filler, a lot of fluff. But I'm going to get back into the highlights. We're going to get into the highlights right here.
I know that I'm just excited to see what happens next. And so I don't really let other people define who I am.
I'm happy to hear that. I've loved secondhand concern for you lately.
Thank you.
So immediately, she's trying to bring up the elephant in the room. And you'll see. We'll follow through, but she is doing some interesting things here, the interviewer. And I want to know if you guys can catch it before I mention it.
We're sort of talking around this American Eagle ad right now, and maybe we should just talk about it. So, were you surprised by the reaction?
First off, just generally speaking, interviewer, I didn't even know who this person was. I actually saw this clip with zero context, which is fascinating because, you know, you can wind up in echo chambers where someone tells you what to think about something. But I saw this just by itself. Someone had just posted this by itself. And I immediately felt very uncomfortable. And I don't know if you feel the same about how the mannerisms of the interviewer. She is doing some pretty messed up stuff. And you'll see, we'll follow through. So she immediately tries to just force the American Eagle question on her. So you'll see her reaction.
I did a Gene ad. I mean, the reaction definitely was a surprise, but it was, I love Gene.
So, and it's great. It's such a great response because, again, this is an interview about her as an actress. This is not something about like her broader life or controversies or things like that. But of course, journalism these days, everything has to be sensational and dramatic and controversial. So she forces it through. She deflects. It is just a freaking Gene ad. That's a very good answer. It quite literally is. And she's trying to like, what was your reaction to everyone, flipping out over a freaking Gene ad? And she's like, well, it's a Gene ad. It's like, wow, okay, it was surprising. Moving on. This should have been the last part of the interview because she closes it very nicely. But her answer is not good enough. And what we're about to see from the interviewer is a lot of disingenuous smiling, a kind of sneaky, hey, I'm your pal, you can tell me kind of attitude about the entire situation so that she can get Sydney to say something that's damning or force her to kind of retreat and wave the white flag and state how she's not okay with the ad, or she wants to clearly state what she did was wrong or something. It's really bad. I will resume.
All I wear are jeans. I'm literally in jeans and a t-shirt like every day of my life.
Jeans are uncontroversial. Jeans are awesome.
Yeah, I can't stand. This is a freeze frame. First off, physiognomy, folks. This woman, she seems like a miserable person, just by the way she speaks and the way she carries herself. This is like a mask. This is not her genuine self. This is an interviewer trying to put Sydney in a gotcha. And she's like, jeans aren't controversial, but... And here we go.
Yeah, I like your jeans.
You look great in your jeans. I think I know how you're going to answer this, but I'm going to ask anyway. I mean, the president...
And Sydney's just rolling along. She's just laughing because, again, this is so absurd that this even happened. But, again, she's trying to win some points for Team Blue. The left wing is in desperate need of points these days, so she's not done. Her assault doesn't end yet. She hasn't received the answer she wants.
Tweeted about the jeans ad, or Truth Socialed about the jeans ad, and that just seems to me like a very crazy moment for anyone.
So I want to reflect on the psychology of her saying all of this and not looking into her eyes. If you're not aware already, this is great, take notes. When someone talks not at you or can't look at you when they're saying something, they're usually lying or they're disingenuous because it's very difficult to look at the person you're trying to deceive or manipulate. And so she doesn't look at her this whole part. You'll see in earlier parts I've shown, she looks at her, This whole thing, she's rattling this off. I don't think there's something she's reading. I think she genuinely knows what she's doing and physically cannot stand to look at the person she's trying to back into a corner with a loaded question.
And I wondered what that was like.
It was surreal.
It was surreal.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be totally human.
So again, great answer. She gave her a freebie. She said, surreal. Okay, cool. It was a thing. Okay. Moving on. It can't. and she's trying to give her an answer. She's trying to give her the answer, her way out of this uncomfortable situation, and it's so disingenuous. It's something a snake does. It's very deceitful.
I would probably feel like thankful that somebody had my back in public, and conveniently, some very powerful people had my back in public. And I went.
She's still doing the thing, looking away. Sydney laughs it off. Catherine here, she's still pushing it, and she makes a play to claim, wouldn't anyone, my friend, you're my friend, I'm talking to you, you're my friend, very disingenuous. Wouldn't anyone want someone powerful on their side? And first off, she's talking about the president, but not only is she just talking about the president, she's talking about a very divisive president. She's talking about Trump and the fact that he tweeted out about her in support. She's trying to literally put her in a camp. Are you team red or are you team blue? And this is a very difficult situation for her. You can kind of see the discomfort in her eyes. She doesn't want to be here anymore or answer this question, but she's not letting her off the hook until she either rejects Trump or she says, yeah, it's very nice. So let's see how she plays it out.
Meredith, if you felt that way.
I don't think that it's not that feeling I didn't have that feeling, but I wasn't thinking of it like that, or like of any of it. I kind of just put my phone away. I was filming every day. I'm filming Euphoria, so I'm working 16-hour days, and I don't really bring my phone on set, so I work and then I go home and I go to sleep. So I didn't really see a lot of it.
This is like the meme that we're seeing now. This is like the face of someone who has fatigue, exhaustion, and it is her. What is people are predicting is actually a moment where she's personally had a shift in her own alignment. Anything could happen with this, but personally, I find her answer is great. She kind of feigned ignorance, but also, again, she's an actress. This is an interview about her acting career, and a very inappropriate question was asked. She's backed into a corner, and she's able to kind of get out of it pretty smoothly and just maintain neutrality, which is great. Kind of masterfully done. And this look in her face is just so telling, because it is a look of being tired of bullshit. And a lot of people connect to that. Because she's just trying to do her thing, and she won't let her. It is her way, her side, or the highway. And you'll see the reaction here.
You've made a really good case for keeping your thoughts and your life separate from that work. But the risk is that, there's a chance that somebody...
So you can always even see her breathing. She's becoming a little bit nervous. She's probably has her heart racing. She's starting to breathe a little heavily. And her gaze is fixed. She's not laughing, smirking. Her eyes are fixed on this person that she finds to frankly be an enemy in the room. She's not her friend. And what she is doing right now is trying to frame her in a certain light to get journo points for Team Blue. Crazy. I mean, we're gonna keep going. It's amazing to see it live, or not live, but seeing a manifestation of this in real time.
We will get some idea about what you think about certain issues, and feel like I don't want to see Christy because of that. Do you worry about that?
No. If somebody is closed off because of something they read online to a powerful story like Christy, then I hope something else can open their eyes to being open to art and being open to learning. And I'm not gonna be affected by that.
Again, a great answer. It's like, I don't care. I don't want to take sides. Why are you forcing this? Like, let's go, drop it and move on. But again, if you can't tell by the frickin' volume, we're not even frickin' there yet. The worst is yet to come. So we're gonna resume. Might skip around a little bit till we find the good bit.
Yeah. You've come here like really willing to talk about this whole discourse that doesn't have that much to do with you, and I'm grateful for that.
So drop it. This would be the time to drop it and say thank you for your answer and let's move on. It doesn't end. This whole thing is a setup. It is an ambush.
Is there something that you want to say about the ad itself? The Sydney Sweeney has great genes. Do you have...
The ad spoke for itself.
You think the ad spoke for itself? Okay.
Yeah.
And again, a very neutral answer, but again, anyone who's already projecting what she believes her identity is or the message of the thing is, she's going to be like, okay, she just outed herself as a white supremacist because the ad speaks for itself. It's crazy.
Criticism of the content, which was basically that maybe specifically in this political climate, like,
she just cannot make eye contact. And you don't need to stare at someone, but like occasional
white
glances.
People shouldn't joke about...
She can't stand to look at her. I'm losing it.
Genetic superiority. Like, that was kind of like the criticism, broadly speaking. And since you are talking about this, I just wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about that specifically.
I think that
This right here is my favorite part of the whole interview. This like fake smile. People claim it's kind of like HR. It's like working with HR. It's kind of like this. She's trying to figure you out, and she holds power, right? The way this interview is going to go, she realizes she can end or begin your career like in HR, and she can end her career here with what she's doing. It's so slimy.
I just wanted to give you an opportunity.
This like the wince, people call it the smirk, where she's just kind of pretending to be friendly, but it is so much more malicious than that.
Opportunity to talk about that specifically.
The lean in, the smirk. I'm not done yet. There's more. And you're going to give it to me. I'm your friend, see?
I think that when I have an issue that I want to speak about, people will hear.
So yeah, there's not much more that goes on in the interview that's honestly worth showing or talking about. A lot of people wanted to also mention, after they saw this, that there seems to be envy. She's an attractive woman. Nothing is quite, I guess the term would be, hell hath no fury like a envious woman. and it's kind of obvious in some of the things that happen in the interview. Again, the gotcha doesn't come from even just a political thing, but a jealousy, a anger, and again, a denial of the fact that there are good genes. There's good genes. Some people got good genetics. Some people are more attractive than you. Uh-oh. That goes against equality. Everyone's the same, right? Everyone's just as beautiful and strong and weak and whatever, right? And also stupid. But the truth is that, Catherine, you played yourself, and you probably destroyed your own career by such a catastrophe of an interview. And it's awesome to see so many people are picking up on the signs and detecting when there's malicious journalism going on, and this is definitely that. But that's going to be all, folks. At the end of the day, it's a jeans ad. Truth is, some people are good looking. Some people do have good genes. Cope and seethe.